So, was machen diese crazy people da im Park? Herzlich willkommen in der Welt der interaktiven Geschichten. Ich bin Kiki und mein Gast lacht immer noch.
Gabi.
Ja.
Der ist so wie ein Zauberer oder so.
What?
Guck dir mal den Bart, der sitzt auf dem Cajon.
Ja, der hat viel Bart, das ist richtig. So, okay, was haben wir denn noch hier? Gehen, sprechen, haben wir auch sprechen? Ja.
The band is too into their music to
Also,
talk to
okay.
Gabriel.
Schade.
The other park visitors are enjoying their leisure.
Na gut. Ja gut, man soll auch keine kleinen Jungs im Park ansprechen, ne? So.
What am I, a groupie?
Ja, vielleicht.
The band doesn't work that way.
Okay.
A blues band entertains on the lawn. Now that's music.
Na cool.
Guck dir den Müll an.
Ja.
Gabriel doesn't want to take that out of the park.
Okay.
Give a hoot.
Ja, man macht das doch immer so in Abenteuern, dachte ich.
The garbage can has no function other than to take whatever people throw at it. Gabriel's had days like that.
Okay, na gut. Was ist eigentlich das hier für ein Zeichen?
The park officials might not
Also,
appreciate
schubsen.
arranging garbage cans is not.
Die Musiker schubsen.
The park officials might not appreciate Gabriel trying to move that.
Okay. Ja gut, dann gehen wir halt wieder, ich glaube. Oder geht's hier weiter? Oh, der rennt auch nicht, ne? Ja, also der geht quer über die Wiese wie alle anderen auch. Der nimmt nicht den Weg.
Ja, hab ich noch nie gesehen. Auch nicht im echten Leben.
Ausgang. Ja gut, dann gehen wir halt wieder. Das war doch nett. Ach so, nee.
Ne.
Oh. Da ist so ein Typ.
Halbnackter Mann ansprechen, anschubsen, anfassen.
Ja. Hallo, ganz alleine hier.
Was macht der da?
Irgendwas macht er, ja. Ist korrekt. Bei den Pixeln sieht man das aber nicht immer.
The drummer is
Der
busy.
trommelt, okay. Ja gut, dann halt gehen wir halt weiter. Oder.
Gabriel doesn't want
Okay.
to give a hoot.
Ja, man hat das Gefühl, man soll immer den Müll
Man
an.
soll das machen, aber nein. Die gehen alle über die Wiese und keiner geht auf dem Weg. Kein Mensch. Hey, du sollst rausgehen. Oh, ein Pantomime. Schubsen.
Gabriel probably could pick up the money. The question is,
Ob er das vielleicht... Ja, okay. What?
Dann macht er nach.
Faced geek, you wanna eat my fist?
Oh.
it's one of those mimes. Oh boy.
Oh nein.
Well, I'd never. Leave me alone, you.
Irgendwie sind die
Man.
nie beliebt, so richtig, ne?
He seems to have a mind of his.
Okay.
Interrogating a mind would be an exercise in frustration.
Ach, ich finde die Kommentare super. Und was mit den
The
Musikern?
Cajun band is a little busy for that right now.
Hey, stop picking on me. I'll tell my dad.
Ist auch schwierig, ne? Kleine Jungs stalken.
There is nothing to
Oh
open.
ja. So, jetzt, dann gehst du mal hier rum. Dann sind wir einmal rum.
Leute, ich esse jetzt 10 Schnecken.
Ja,
Hab ich
lecker,
gekriegt,
genau.
so als Gast.
Der muss... Oh Gott, der...
Ah, der verspottet uns?
Ja, der kommt hinter uns her, glaube ich.
Ah ne, jetzt tanzt er mit denen.
Ah, jetzt kommt er... Na gut. Ah, noch eine Band.
Gibt's noch eine Band?
Park ist
Jeder-
voller Bands.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz band in New Orleans are.
Ach, ja gut. Huch. Ach. Da. Der kommt mit!
Das muss man so.
Ja, vielleicht muss das so, genau. Aber nein, wir gehen lieber. Können wir dem jetzt irgendwas sagen?
Stop following me.
Macht er aber nicht. Okay. Wo waren wir denn noch nicht?
Das,
Polizei.
ja, das.
Okay. Aussichtspunkt. Laden. Oh, wie hübsch.
Gabriel is standing on the balcony of a building across the street from Jackson Square. On the balcony are 4 mounted binoculars.
Verrückt.
4 pairs of
Ja, okay.
binoculars are
Ja, verschraubt.
4 pairs of binoculars.
Kann man die...
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Vielleicht musst du die 4 Bands gucken.
Ja, also ja. Okay, warte mal. Leuchten wir das direkt auf die Band. Naja, gut, höher geht's nicht. Ja, aber die sind echt auf die 4 Bands gerichtet. Ja, der Trommler. Und hier? Tja, das dürfte auch noch irgendwie ein Rätsel sein.
Irgendwas muss man da machen.
Irgendwas muss man da machen, genau. Okay, und die Band. Und der Pantomime. Okay, verstehe. Aber wahrscheinlich jetzt noch nicht.
Ja, vielleicht wissen wir noch nicht.
Nee. Er hat auch eine geile Frisur, was man so anhand der Pixel erkennen kann. Napoleonhaus. Oh, eine Bar. Das hätte ich jetzt nicht erwartet. Sprechen wir mit dem Barkeeper. Ist immer gut.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Okay. Frage über Voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo. I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb.
Aha.
But it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
Aha.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
They say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
Wie wusstest du, dass du den anderen nochmal klicken musstest?
Ja, ich hab's einfach
What
versucht.
can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
Kannst du nochmal klicken? Ich will wissen, ob irgendwann...
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no
Okay.
expert.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
What do you know about the
Everybody's...
Okay.
Okay.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
What's the significance?
People who believe in that stuff think it's a real special night. Magical.
Does the phrase Gabriel sans corps mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh. Then I probably don't know anything about it.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender...
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years.
Oh.
Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games.
Oh nein.
It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out,
Ui.
he loses his nerve every time.
Hm.
By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff.
Aha.
He's always talking about spells and
Interessant.
gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Thanks.
Noch jemand?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath.
Noch jemand?
What can you tell me?
That's about all I can say about this crowd.
Okay.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer
Ah ja,
right
draußen
outside.
ist wieder einer.
They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life. Tell me about the
Don't know what else I could say.
Okay.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day, he went up and talked to the girl. And, sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife. Poor guy.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
That's about all I can remember.
Okay. Na gut.
Ah, deswegen muss man aber alles klicken.
Ja, das
Geh mal
stimmt.
ganz kurz auf dem Menü oben.
Aha.
Also das ist 11 von 342 etwas.
Okay.
Gute Sachen.
Ja, okay, gut. Ist das Sam oder der andere?
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, will you?
Okay, das ist Sam.
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the
Ach nee, das ist doch Sam.
Sam.
No, you bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking balls.
Okay, wir müssen ihn zum Gewinnen irgendwie kriegen, ne?
You're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Okay. Sowas wie ein Inventar oder so, ja, ne? Ach, wie war das denn? Hier?
Nee, das sind die Gespräche.
Ah ja. Nee.
Das sind diese Briefe da oben.
Ah, das ist die Tasche. Das ist kein Brief, das ist eine Tasche. Okay, verstehe. Ja, wir haben nur eine Lupe und eine Pinzette. Ja, das ist ja nicht so viel. Ja, okay. So, dann hier. Turteltäubchen, was ist mit euch los?
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my sign?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here,
Ooh.
pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance.
Okay, was mit dem Typen hier an der Bar? Fragen wir mal den.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Okay.
Right. Sorry.
Gabriel cannot do anything with the drummer on the street.
Na gut.
Vielleicht muss er rumgucken, Kiki.
The bar is a 19th century antique in lovingly polished walnut.
Super.
A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard. That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard. A sharp-eyed gentleman in a grey sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself. That would not work.
Schubsen.
That would make this guy really cranky.
Schubsen.
Gabriel isn't here to get into a fight.
Schubsen.
The man can move himself
Okay.
if he doesn't like
Na
where he's
gut.
at.
Guck dir mal die Drinks von denen.
A sharp
Ah,
eye,
nee, kann man nicht.
a sharp.
Ich dachte, vielleicht muss man den
Ja.
so crazy
It's a
Drink
Buster
geben.
Napoleon. How apropos. Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King. And he knows everybody round here.
Okay.
A man
Okay,
in
gut. Naja, vielleicht brauchen wir irgendwelche Gegenstände noch, die... So, wir waren auch noch nicht überall, ne? Ja, bei der Polizeiwache waren wir.
Da müssen wir ja was abholen eigentlich.
Ja, stimmt. Ja, am Anfang ist es immer so, man guckt alles und vergisst die eigentliche Mission, aber...
It's an antique umbrella stand.
Oh.
The official seal of the New Orleans
Du kannst
Police
echt alles
Department
anklicken, ne?
highlights
Das ist
style
krass.
flow. The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease. 30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of grey oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
Cool. So, dann fragen wir den mal irgendwas.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
Oh, vieles.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, I ain't got nothing to say about voodoo.
Frag mal.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
Wirklich
Are you
nicht?
sure you can't give me the scoop on the voodoo murders case?
Hey, buddy. Do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
Schon gut.
I don't know. What would that kind of low life look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of them. Kinda like what you're gonna look like.
Nein.
In about 5 seconds.
Nee, lass mal.
Okay, sorry I asked. What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
Ah, okay.
Ja, das glaube ich.
Ja. Noch was?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Best food in the world. You can get it right here in New
Ja,
Orleans.
okay.
Muffaletta sandwiches.
Ah, das Sandwich.
Beignets. Good Cajun coffee. Yep. Man can die happy in this city.
Okay.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Bunch of crazies out there on St. John's Eve, that's what. We're busy all night.
Really? What kind of crazies?
Your usual howl at the mooners, I guess. They don't look no weirder than them that comes in during Mardi Gras. Never can tell, though.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I already told you. It's a busy night for us, pal. You want a history lesson? Go read a book.
Wir arbeiten in einem Buchladen.
Do you know what Cabri sans cœur means?
Can't say that I do.
Irgendwas ohne Herz. Eine Ziege ohne Herz? Ich weiß nicht.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the Desk Sergeant Frick. Why?
Rick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see?
Okay.
People that bother me. Want me to put your name in this book?
Nein, nein.
I think not.
That's what I thought.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out at the crime
Oh.
scene. Sorry.
Bling! Was macht der denn noch so?
About Detective Mosley.
Crime Scene.
I
Okay.
told
Ja, ja. Fotos?
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight.
Gabriel Knight.
Yeah. I got something for you, all right. As soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
Na gut, da fallen wir mal auf.
Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, Fotos.
Thanks.
Gucken wir uns sofort mal an. Öffnen?
The envelope has Gabriel's name written on it. Misspelled.
Super.
The
Ja,
en-
okay. Öffnen.
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds
Fein.
two photographs.
Gucken wir uns an. Was ist das? Oh,
Oh.
ja.
One of the photos from Mosley is an official Voodoo murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim. One of the photos from
Okay, und das andere?
the photograph of Mosley was apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then.
Können wir die irgendwie noch näher?
Gabriel can see that just
Okay.
fine without Gabriel can
Ja, okay. Brauchen wir nicht. Okay, gut.
Kannst du den Regenschirm klauen oder mit der Polizistin sprechen?
Ha. Ja, es gibt so viele Möglichkeiten, ne? Das ist...
Gabriel can't do anything with the officer from the front lobby.
Okay.
That doesn't seem to be removable.
Ein Schirm?
That
Na,
doesn't.
okay. Das?
Gabriel cannot take that.
Okay.
Genau, klauen von der
Nice
Polizeiwache. Ne?
Gute
Sehr
Idee. Immer so eine gute Idee. Okay.
Aber dieses Foto könnte man unserer Mitarbeiterin oder Voodoo-Person oder Schachspieler zeigen.
Alles, ja. Das wäre schon mal gut. Okay. Ich gehe noch mal zum Start.
Nach Hause.
Nach Hause.
Wir müssen alles
Hey,
besprechen,
Grace.
damit man Bling Bling
Here
bekommt.
I am.
Richtig. Bling, bling.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Das ist ja nett.
That shelf holds used copies of
weiß
the
nicht, ob wir das
Dime
schon-
Stripe series, secrets of unsolved ancient UFO mysteries, and such.
Huch.
Oh,
They just leap.
Hey, kids.
What?
Bruno, how nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
Mhm.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here.
Oh.
Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
Wieso will er das denn haben? Hm.
Are you ready to drop dead today?
Well, really?
Okay, das war kurz.
er sieht aus wie Bruno von... Der andere Bruno.
Ja?
Von Broken Soul, ja.
Ja, nur ein bisschen jünger. Vielleicht,
Ja.
Got a minute,
Yeah.
Grace?
früher mal.
What's up?
Noch so vieles. Wir sprechen
Do
nochmal
you
alles
know
an.
anything else about voodoo?
I've told you all I know.
Okay.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
You won't get far questioning me about it, Sherlock.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
You're the native, don't ask me.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. It must be a local custom. New Orleans love any excuse to celebrate.
What can you tell me?
I told you, I can't help you with that.
Okay.
Do you know what Caprice encore means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Jo.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What else do you want to know?
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Okay.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Okay.
I can't think of it.
Okay.
Frag die nochmal über sich selbst.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What else do you want to know?
Irgendwas wieder?
Just tell me.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
Mehr?
Just tell me anything at all.
I've always wanted to do something really adventurous, Something real life. I'm sick of libraries and lecture halls.
Alles.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks are traditional Japanese. I don't even remember Japan myself. I was 3 when we came to the States.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you.
Ui, ui, ui.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy back
Ooh.
east. Mark Kobayashi. His parents are traditional Japanese too. I might eventually, but right now...
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years.
Naja, okay,
Okay.
das erzählt sie dann immer wieder.
Nothing, I guess.
Suit yourself.
Okay. Dann zeigen wir ihr vielleicht das Foto.
Hey, you want to see something really cool?
Disgusting. That's really horrible.
I know. Great, isn't it?
God, somebody ought to lock you up.
Okay. Was ist hiermit?
Do you know anything about this?
It's your friend Mosley. Why?
Oh, no reason.
Na gut. Ach so, nee. Was haben wir noch?
The top shelf contains a set of German books that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather.
Okay.
The top shelf contained books on animals, including snakes and other reptiles. That shelf contains historical references, biographies of kings and queens, that sort of thing.
Das ist krass, dass man hier echt
The top shelf,
alles.
that shelf, they
UFOs.
just leap out. That shelf, they just, that shelf,
Okay.
that shelf, they just. St. George books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel likes to think that the place has character. Under the window are reference books, dictionaries, foreign
könnte man
language dictionaries,
Französisch gucken, ne?
quotation books, and others.
Ja.
Gabriel borrows them often when he's writing. Under the wind.
Meinst du, da würde einen von nehmen?
Under the Gabriel leaves through.
Spiel means game.
Okay, das
Dude,
ist...
aber Französisch.
Gabriel.
Ja,
Himmel.
wie? Macht er nicht. Und hier vielleicht?
Gabriel's had all those books in
Okay.
the history books.
Oder vielleicht kriegst du ein Sternchen, wenn du...
Gehen wir da hoch?
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Okay.
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Heutigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kind of creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling the guy was one sick puppy.
Wie? Oh! Und hier ist noch irgendwas verschlangen. Und Reptilien.
Gabriel pulls down a book.
Der
on
träumt ja von
snakes.
Schlangen.
Ja.
Snakes are legless reptiles. Some snakes kill their prey with poison, some by constriction. A snake smells by tasting the air with its forked tongue. The smells are passed back to a sense organ in the mouth. Constrictor snakes, however, sense their prey by vibration.
Did you know that medieval legends about dragons and giant worms are actually based on snakes? You know, dragons, devils, sea monsters, well, they've always been associated with snakes.
Grace, get alive.
Okay. Vielleicht sprechen wir sie nochmal an, wenn sie so viel darüber weiß. Dann fragen wir sie doch nochmal.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Forschung, weiß ich nicht.
Could you do some research?
Sure, what?
Also.
Okay.
Gut.
I can't think.
Okay.
Na gut. Ja, gut, sonst kann sie uns wahrscheinlich auch nichts.
Was ist mit diesen Büchern hier?
Achso.
Gabriel does not want to work on the books on the
Okay,
desk.
verstehe.
Hier sind.
3 snakes.
What a wacky, offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
Sein Vater hat das gemalt, ne? Deswegen geht das
so.
nicht her.
Ja.
Gabriel finds those popular authors very mediocre. As though they would
Okay, das haben wir schon
Und dann
uns...
hätte ich überlegt, ob das Wörterbuch
The books
bis
on
zum
the
Ende.
table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies.
So, was?
In other words, nothing written by Gabriel.
Okay.
Ob wir das Wörterbuch bis zum Ende. Ob es ein...
Gucken wir mal, ob er jetzt ein bisschen weiter liest.
Gabriel leaves through a
Dry means 3.
Ja, okay, ich meine...
Das ergibt keinen Sinn, ne?
Nee.
Da alle 10 zu gucken.
Ja, eigentlich nicht. Okay, dann gehen wir noch. Gehen wir ein bisschen spazieren.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
See ya.
Wir könnten das Foto den Schachboy zeigen.
Ja, in die...
Da rastet er aus.
Ja. Schachboy. Du meinst Sam, ne?
Genau.
Also
du
er
bist
muss
noch
erstmal
draußen.
reinkommen, ja.
Mann.
Na, Kleinigkeiten. So, okay, jetzt.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Gut.
Und dir?
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, get away from me with her, will ya?
Barkeeper?
Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does.
Du? Fragen einfach jeden.
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Now beat it.
Entschuldigung. Und du?
Son of a bitch.
Gut?
Dann vielleicht nicht.
Der hat schon wieder verloren.
Nee, nicht.
Nein, nur so.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Dann nur die Frau. Sonst hast du es angezogen.
Nee, dem habe ich es, glaube ich, noch nicht gezeigt. Nee, der
Ach
hat Son of a
so.
Bitch gesagt, weil der wieder verloren hat.
Ah.
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Now do you mind?
Better not. Her boyfriend doesn't look too friendly.
Na gut, dann ich stelle mich einfach die Frage jetzt.
Was tun wir jetzt nächstes mit den Voodoo-Morden?
Wen sollen wir das zeigen? Das und vieles mehr.
Sehen wir in der nächsten Folge.